How's it going, everyone? Mountainspyder here, bringing another episode in the Grounded series. So today I'm going to be building my first house. Well, my second house technically, but this is going to be my first base of operations in the game. And what I've done is I've blueprinted it out already, so we can see what I want it to look like. I planned it out. So in terms of location wise, this is literally the starting area. And what I did was, it's the hill just over there. It's the flattest ground I found, and it's big enough for the house I want to build. So what I've done is I've marked out a 4x4 house so that I can have everything nicely laid out where I want it to be, and like the roof fits, the walls all fit, and we're good to go. Now I had a whole bunch of grass laid out here, but apparently that's all gone. I'm not exactly sure how, which is a bit frustrating. But it is what it is. So let's start grabbing some grass and we can get this going. So this is the house I want to put together. I run back to my pallets to grab some more grass stems. It's actually really strange. I had a whole stack of grass stems laid out next to the house prior to loading into the game, and they've all seemed to have disappeared. First time that's happened, which is a bit strange. But anyway, let's continue to build our house. Unfortunately, my pallet's a little bit further from my construction point than I would like. As I said, I was planning to use the pile that was next to our house, but that has since disappeared. So anyway, let's get the house going. So prior to building this house, what I did was I analyzed the grass planks as well as the stems that you get from dandelions, just to unlock all the recipes I need to actually build the house. So like the triangular pieces and the roof and all of that. So I would highly recommend doing that prior to building your house. So essentially what you would do is you'd have a grass stem. You'd have grass stems as well as the wooden planks that you get from dandelions on you, like basically carrying them. And you carry them to one of the analytical machines, and then you can actually analyze them from there. And they'll get you new recipes for building your house, which is what I did to do this. And I can now get this going. So I must say, one of the things I do love about this game is the building aspect of it. And one of the things the developers really did right is this planning system. So essentially you can lay out your entire building and then commit the resources for it, which is absolutely awesome. Because this really helps putting your house together. And it's something that I feel is really innovative of them, sorry. Because it's one of the frustrating things with many other games I've played, like survival based building type games, is you start laying out your house or whatever building you're building, and only to discover that you can't actually lay it out completely because it won't be flat, or like it doesn't fit or something like that. And that's one of the nice things with this blueprint mode, is that you can essentially lay everything out before committing any resources to it. And it really just helps just plan. And that little bit of forethought, it's one of those just like ease of life changes that I really do appreciate. It's a little thing. It really is a little thing. But it makes the world of difference. Now, I'm slightly concerned, as there was a spider, a handsome spider walking around here earlier. So I sincerely hope that he has since left. Because I don't quite want to be dealing with that. As I am in no position to be dealing with a handsome spider right now. You basically get two types of spiders in this game. You get your first generic one, which is like the golden orb spider, and you'll see that with like yellow markings on his back. My brain is not working right now. I want to say thorax, but I don't think that's the right name for like the butt end of the spider. I really had a huge stack of grass planks here, and they've all disappeared, which is quite frustrating. No idea where they've gone. Because I literally cleared this entire area of grass stems, and I put all those grass stems here to build the house. And they've since disappeared. So I'm going to have to cut down all these grass stems again, which is really irritating. One thing to note when putting your house together, blueprints actually do persist after you load a game. So essentially you can play out your blueprints, save your game, and come back to it. And that's actually what I've done here, is I laid this out on a previous day, and then I loaded into the game now, and the blueprints do persist, which is really cool. It's something I really do appreciate as well. It's just, again, ease of life, and really appreciated. One thing, if you did notice there, was you can actually cut down 2 grass stems at the same time if they're really close to each other. And you essentially aim your axe or your tool between them whilst doing it. And you will be able to cut down both at the same time, which can speed it up a little bit. Which, again, anything that speeds it up and makes your playthrough that much faster is a very, very good thing. So I see my house is raised a little bit, which is not fantastic, but it's not bad. It's not to the point where things will be able to come underneath it. So that's good at least. Let's get some more of these grass stems down. Now I'm concerned because there are often spiders in that direction, just ahead of me here. So what I'm considering doing is putting a bit of a few wooden structures and a bit of a fence down as well. Just so that I can hopefully defend this position a little bit if anything does come my way. Which I really hope doesn't, because I don't even have a bow yet, which is what I want to work on next. But first, I want to get this building going, as it's one of the aspects of the game I really enjoy. And it's really silly. I can honestly sit the entire day just putting these houses together. Don't know why. It's actually very therapeutic, just sitting, relaxing, building these. So we're almost there. It's a nice big house. I did it this size, again, like I said, just because of the roof. Because I wanted to get an easy roof system going. Because if you build it a 3x3, which is what I used to do, and what I did the first time, the issue with that is your roof system will then leave you with a gap down the middle of your roof. Which is, again, it's not really a problem, but it's quite irritating. Like, I'd rather have a nice, finished, good-looking house than one with essentially a skylight down the middle. Well, an unwanted skylight down the middle. Alright, so we're almost there. Off this is the roof, and I've actually got some tables I want to put together. And I then need to move all of those resources that are outside of my house. So like my spawn point and the campfire and all of that need to be moved inside. Now, when I say move, unfortunately you can't physically move them. You've unfortunately got to recycle them back into their core components. And then you can essentially... Sorry, I thought I saw a spider. And then you can essentially rebuild them in this location here. Which, it's a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. I need the wood stems and the clovers for this. Alright, so this can just be... Let's just unload them over here. I might just go get something to drink quickly before I do that. Because I need to come in this direction for the stems anyway. Oh, it's ladybug. So one thing to note is when walking around, you'll see like the grass blades shifting. When that happens, it means that there's either a ladybug around or there's a spider around. At the moment, there are only 2 real things that move them. So when running around, keep an eye out for that, as it's an early warning system. And you need it. There's not much worse than turning a corner and seeing a spider. So any little bit of warning helps. So do keep that in mind when walking around. Let me open up this one for my... Nope, that's my quartzite bin. Let's grab these clover leaves so I can start putting the roof together. I don't actually think I have enough clover leaves for the whole roof. But thankfully there's clovers in abundance around this area. So get this going. So yes, for the roof you do need the wood stems, which you get from cutting down weeds. Or from cutting down... from cutting down weeds or from cutting down dandelions. I think I'm... Oh no, I'm going to run out of clovers. Which is a bit unfortunate. But again, they're right here, so it's not the end of the world. So grab the rest of the wood stems. I'm really irritated at the fact that I have to run all the way back here to get these wood stems. Like, I had planned this whole thing out to have all the resources right next to me. I guess I should have used pallets. So, yeah. There's the warning to everyone else. I think I'm just going to be short. Yeah, I'm going to be short. Okay, so I need some more stems and I need some more clovers. So let's get the stems first. Do I see some dandelions around here anyway? There. Alright, let's grab some dandelions. Let's get the stems going. There's a bunch in this direction as well. Like I said, this first area, it's got all the resources you need for like your first tier buildings and your really basic stuff. It doesn't have the acorns. It doesn't have the thistles. Well, thistles are just over there, that purple flower. But the starting area is quite nice as a first base location. Just because it's relatively safe. Come on, break. It's relatively safe and it's got the resources you need to get yourself going. There's an area I quite like to build in first. Again, like I said, not all of the resources are available, but what you need to get going are here. Because you've got steady sap supplies, you've got steady food supplies, you've got the juice bottle, which you often see me using, which refills both your water and your food slightly. Yeah, unfortunately I gotta jump to hit my roof, which is a bit awkward, but it works. Alright, so now I just need a whole bunch of clovers. I'm just gonna grab these so I can put them in the pile actually, rather than leave them lying around. In case I need them in the future, which I think I will, because I want to put some tables together, I want to put some chairs together, and I'll get the house going quite nicely. And I really want to have a nice, like, first house. As I said, it's what I enjoy about this game, just sitting back, relaxing. And one nice thing you can actually do is there is a creative difficulty setting, which allows you to just sit back and build. It drops, you don't require as much food or water or anything like that. And it's really just for those people who want to sit back, relax, and build a house in-game. Which is a lot of fun. As I said before, it's very therapeutic. So let's grab all these lilies. Let's start putting on the top of my house. Not lilies, sorry. Clovers. Let's do it on this side. Whoop. And whoop. And whoop. And oh no, one more. And finished. That is the inside. What looks more like a barn at the moment, but it will be my house. Why are you in my house? Get out of my house. Okay. This is what I've got so far. Now what I can do is I can go into my planning mode and decide how I want to do this. So go into my planning mode, craft, and there's some nice building things you can have. So this is what I was talking about. You can also build your house out of wood stems, but where I'm at the moment, I don't have enough wood stems, which is why we rather went for the grass tier 1 first. I do want to get this up though, just to maybe build a bit of a lookout for those spiders. But let's get this going first. So do I want a square table? I need acorn shells. I could build the clover table first, I think. I think I really do want this long table instead. Well, before I do that, let me go grab these resources. I keep forgetting where my door is. Let me go grab these resources first. And start moving stuff along. One last thing about this house is that you've essentially got food right outside here. Alright. So now it's a case of moving all of these resources there. Which, as I said, unfortunately, there isn't a great system for it. Because the problem is, you've got to deconstruct these. You can't actually just pick this up and move it. Which is incredibly frustrating. So let me see what I need to craft that first. And then go from there. So storage basket, I need clovers, which again, I don't have a whole lot of. Oh, I had a whole bunch there still. Okay, then we're going to put a bunch of these down and then just start shifting the resources across. And I can start planning out where I want that to go. I do think I want that long table though. I think I'm going to actually commit to getting it. So I think I'm going to build my workshop and everything there. So I think I want my storage baskets. Let me do my storage baskets right by my door. So I can just quickly grab them. And quickly deposit resources. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Maybe put 4 down because I might need 4 in the future. Let's craft, craft, craft. And I'm really going to be 1 short. Which I'll get that resource from deconstructing these ones. Oh, hello, Lilybug. Alright. So as I said, unfortunately you can't pick these up and move them, but you can deconstruct them. So what I'm going to do is go up to it and just go recycle. And there are all of my resources. So I can go back quickly and build this. And then I'm going to start depositing into these so that I can then start moving across. Which does... It's a bit of a long process. I do wish that you could just move stuff across in an easier fashion. And I'm hoping something like that does come around in a later patch, where you're able to essentially pick up storage baskets. Because I won't lie, it's a bit of a pain having to move them around the whole time. Let's put dropping the animal stuff in here. The meat I'm going to go cook quickly actually. And let's put the stones into there. And let's have a second one for like vegetation and plant-based stuff. Because again, you're going to be using a lot of plant-based stuff here. I saw that grass moving and I was scared of something else. Alright. One last thing is ladybugs are very friendly. which is very useful. Alright, let's grab everything. I'm mostly full for now, so I'm going to take this first. I'm actually going to start cooking my gnat and my aphid quickly. And let's deconstruct this as well, because that is probably what I should have built first, in all honesty. Side of here. Just because you really do want that respawn point in case something catches you by surprise. Which happens, unfortunately, often in this game. Let's put it over here. Where is it? Decor? No, not decor. I always forget where this is. Lean-to. Let's rotate. I need one. Why do I always need clover leaves? Always short on a clover leaf. There we go. Alright, plant-based stuff. Let's get these deposited. As I said, like, when they actually bring out a system to ease this up a bit, I'm really going to appreciate it. Because as it stands right now, it takes quite a while to actually move resources around when you move a base. So I'm looking forward to a way to change that. And sap. Let's put sap in the other one. In that one. And mushrooms I keep on me for the moment. So I'll shift my tools around so I can organize my space a little bit better. Not sure why I have 2 hammers. Oh yeah, I built one accidentally last time. I remember now. Spoiled meat can go in the animal-based one, which is there. Because I think there's a way to use spoiled meat later on. I just haven't quite gotten to that yet. Grab the sap while I'm walking. Alright, let's carry on shifting these. As I said, like, this process takes about a day out of your game. But it's definitely worth it. Let's grab all of these. And deconstruct. Let's grab all of these. Alright. And let's start shifting stuff across. So, like, essentially getting a nice house out the way is going to take you a day or two. Oftentimes it's a day to gather the resources and then another day to actually construct your house. But overall, it's totally worth it. Because, like, as I said, I found that I really enjoy sitting back and doing this. And it's one of those things that I encourage anyone who hasn't yet done it to actually sit back, relax, and actually take a look around the building menu. Because it's really, really interesting. And there's a lot to do. I don't have a clove patch. I'm going to need more of these, I think. Ah, okay, it just finishes time. And we can put the sap in here with the other one. One nice thing, if you did notice, one of the most recent patches added these red exclamation marks to items. If you see that, it means that that item must still be analyzed in the science machine that's just off in that direction. So if you do see those icons, that's what it means, and it's something I would recommend, is going to go and deconstruct all of that. Let's grab all of this. Because again, doing that is what enables you to get all your new recipes. And let's chunk these down. And you need those recipes to actually progress and build further things. And you want to also analyze them so that you can get more raw science, which you use to buy more recipes later on. And I think it is a nice system, and a system that works without being overly complicated or difficult. So that does work for me. Okay, I need some grass I need those grass planks. I don't know why I put them down. I'm gonna need some more sap as well. So I may as well grab some sap from here. Oh. Oh, it's the weevil. I just heard movement. Okay, let's grab these. I need 3 of them. Alright. I do want to get a sap collector on this branch at some point, which basically enables you to collect sap at a much easier and faster rate. Let's grab these. Okay. Let us craft our workbench once again. Rotate slightly. It's a bit of an angle, which irritates me actually. Want to be as far back as possible. Come on. Okay, like there. And over here. Guess that's the best I'm gonna get. I don't like the angle much, but anyway. Let me get some lights up in here as well, because it's gonna get dark very, very soon. So let's get this in this corner. Let's get the bedside lamp. And that should be enough. So I'm going to need some more sap. Let's build that one and let's light it. This one I don't have nearly enough on me. I need a lot more sap. I'm gonna grab some sap quickly. There should be another... yeah, there it is. There's another branch over here. Let's grab that. Oh, I actually need that. Let's grab that. Let's grab that. Now I'm in the area with all of the dry grass, which is quite interesting. It's a nice place to collect sap, though. And there is the thistle branch, which I'll be engaging with very, very soon, as it is a friend I quite like. Alright. And I've got... Leave my house alone, you damn gnat. Okay. What else need for this? Dry grass chunks and some sprigs, which I'm pretty sure I have an abundance of. Wrong one. Dry grass chunks and some sprigs. Let's get that going. There we go. I got some 2 nice lights. And let's get my fireplace going, because I don't actually have that yet. And I need a whole bunch of pebbles. I'm fairly certain I deconstructed my last one, so I could double check. Yes, I did. Okay. I've only got 1 pebble on me? So when you recycle, one thing to keep in mind is you don't get all your resources back. You get, I want to say half. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it's about half of some of the resources you get back. So you can't just recycle, deconstruct, recycle, deconstruct. So do keep that in mind. Alright, and our house is coming together. The next thing to start looking at is this table. Now, I really do want this table, and I wanted to get it out today. I've got the... I'm pretty sure I have 4 ant parts, but the acorn shell is going to be a bit of a trek to get to. And I don't know if I can get there yet. I wish I could name these things. I do have 4 ant parts. What time is it? It's 6 o'clock. No, it's going to be a bit too dangerous to get to that at the moment, I think. So I think I'm going to leave the table for a later date. One thing I like about this is I got the space around here to actually build some further things. I'm definitely going to barricade this a little bit just to defend it more, because you can build barricades and fences, and I think that is something that I would quite like to do. And one thing to note as well, with regards to building a house like this, you're going to be needing a lot of grass. One nice thing about that is with these grass stems that are left over, if you actually cut them down, you get 5 plant fiber from it, which is fantastic because you always need plant fiber. And it's a really easy, quick source to get it. And as you saw in my inventory, it takes a while to convert them all into the fibers, but it is fantastic because then you can just build as much as you want, as often as you would like, because most things you'll be crafting at this point in the game need woven fiber. So having an abundance of it is a very, very good thing. So one thing I'd noted in the previous episode, and one thing I would like to remind people, is that when you go to sleep, you continue to use your food and water. Which means... Oh, it's Ladybug. I just heard that noise. Which means before you go to sleep, it's a good idea to get some food and water. Which is why I came all the way over here. So now I can actually go and rest without worrying too much about waking up thirsty or hungry. That's the last thing I feel like dealing with right when I wake up, is then being short on resources. Let's eat this quickly. Oh, I've actually got some cooked meat. Let me eat the cooked meat instead, which is quite nice. And there is my nice little house. So I'm quite happy by it. As I said, a few things I want to add to it a little bit later, but so far I'm very happy with it. Next thing I need is a bit of a fence, bit of a defensible position, but as I continue with this game, I think I will continue to add to it. I'm just looking now. I want to add some wall mounts. I like these wall mount ones outside on either side of my house. Let's get this going. Bam. I need more grass chunks. I always need dry grass chunks. Wrong one. It's going to take me a while to get used to this new setup. Bam. There we go. That looks awesome. So, here is the outside of my house. A nice 4x4 put together with the clover roof, the triangular wall sections up there, and the walls all around. So, it's a humble start, but it's my start, and I'm happy with it. So, moving on further, I'm going to be looking at getting some tools going, getting my bow going, and maybe start hunting and exploring a bit more and getting those acorn pieces to finish off my house. So, as always, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. a nice little introduction where to build a new house, where to build your first house. And yeah, I hope this helped a little bit designing your own house. And I'd love to see, well, I'd love to hear how you have built your first house and where you've built it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Cheers. Enjoy.